group we have in here tonight. Good evening once again, Cougar Nation. Welcome back. We're inside Studio C in the BYU Broadcasting Building on the beautiful Brigham Young University campus in Provo, Utah for our Week 7 edition of BYU football with Kalani Sitake. We are joined here in Studio C by one of the best audiences we've ever had. Just as that way. They just are. And we thank you for tuning in live or on demand on the BYUtv app, ESPN Plus, and BYU Radio. Coming up on tonight's show, we will, among other things, recap a long night in Tucson that ended with a double overtime win for the Cougs. Parker Kingston will join our Jerem Jordan inside the film room. Place kicker Will Farron is our special guest here in Studio C this week. We'll have a preview of this weekend's game, have some BYU football trivia, take a look at the uniforms the Cougs will be wearing as well on Saturday. Well, he has led BYU to 17 wins in its last 19 games, and he's off to a 6-0 start to the season in consecutive seasons for the first time in BYU football history. Please bring on out the head coach of your BYU Cougars, Kalani Sitake.
Love you guys too. Thank you.
Shout out Ruth Mooley, our lay girl this week. Always outstanding work. People are fired up tonight for some reason.
I can tell.
Yeah. They're super amped.
Something must be happening this weekend.
So last week on the show, we were talking about how you were turning 50, and then you turned 50 on the weekend and got a great birthday present in Tucson.
Yeah, I mean, the birthday present should have been, a little bit from the 14-0. We should have just kept piling on right there. So I'll take the victory any way we can get it. Really proud of the team, proud of the way that they respond, especially after the delay and everything. And it was a really cool experience having all the fans there in Tucson. It was cool seeing the home quarterback cover his ears because he couldn't hear, and our fans making all the noise. Love you guys. Thank you for showing up and making it a home crowd for us.
On that very last play, in the fourth down play in the corner of the end zone, the receiver's going away from me. I don't really see the ball land necessarily, so I'm waiting for the crowd noise to tell me what happened. And the crowd was so loud, I thought, uh-oh. But it was our crowd that was loud. They were that loud. Yeah. So it was great.
It kind of confused us a little bit, but yeah. Once I saw Trey running out, it must have been good. So yeah.
What a wild night we had. I mean, we knew during the week that there was a chance there could be some weather. Then I thought we dodged a bullet, and then it all came, and it was a long night.
Yeah, and I thought Arizona did a great job. I mean, they obviously really wanted that game, and we knew we were going to get their best shot, and they actually did a lot of really good things in all three phases, and we made some mistakes too, but it was just glad that we had the guys be resilient and find a way to win.
How'd you guys handle the delay? It was an hour and 15 minutes in your in
it's
the
a
locker room.
Small locker room.
Yeah,
so we were kind of just huddled up together, and I think the coach's locker room felt like a sauna. It was so hot in there, but I didn't really care. I just didn't want to move. I just wanted to just relax and chill, and then just hope that this game would get started soon. But we could still hear our fans making noise out there somewhere underneath the stands or whatever, so we knew that we weren't going to be alone.
It was a unique game, and that you had that great start, and then the delay came, and then maybe a bit of a lull in the next part, and then you finished so strong. There were ebbs and flows all night long.
Yeah, and I'd like to see. I mean, that's my job, is to get us so we can play the great start and just go from there and finish off, and that's the goal. We hope we can get that done this weekend.
The win gets you to 15th in the AP poll and 14th in the coaches poll. And I know it's never about the ranking for you, but it does reflect the hard work the guys have put in to put yourselves in a good spot and keep you in the national conversation.
Yeah, I knew when we started this whole thing in camp, we're right where we wanted to be. And when we talked about it as a team, everything that we're doing is intentional and deliberate. So we have a plan for every week, and everything's going to plan. So we had good prep yesterday and good practice today, and I feel good about the progress that we're making as a program and as a team right now.
Only 8 P4 teams in the country are still undefeated. Only 11 teams overall are still undefeated. We talk about this. Winning any game is hard. Winning 6 in a row is hard. Doing 6 in a row 2 years in a row had never been done at BYU.
Yeah, I mean, I think, that's. I wish I could take all the credit for that. I'm just the head coach.
Please take some of it.
Yeah. we have. I mean, thank you, but we just have great players and great leadership and amazing coaches that worked really hard for that. But we didn't do this just to stop at 6. So we're hoping that we can get ready, and everything has to work in its place. We can't think about the game. We have to think about what we got done today and what can we improve on for tomorrow. And I like that this team is focused on doing the day-to-day and stacking the days up and then seeing how it shows up on Saturday night.
More than half of the Big 12 teams already have multiple league losses. There are only 3 perfect teams in conference play. You're one of those 3 teams. Love being in the conference, love being in the Big 12 conference. I love scoreboard watching. I love everything that comes with it. And as long as you keep winning, you know that there's eyes on the prize in Arlington and beyond. It's a great time of year. Yeah,
and I think being in Independence, we kind of missed that. And now that we're in the conference, there's people that have never been in the conference before and in their lifetime. And now that we're part of it, it's something that's special. And it just seems right. This is what it used to be like back in the day when we played Utah every year. And now that we're in the same conference, it just seems right that we should be playing this annually.
When you're in a conference, you get Conference Players of the Week awarded every week. And it's a big league. It's 16 teams. You've got to be really good to get honored. And LJ Martin, co-Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, and Bear Bachmeier, 3rd consecutive week that he's the Freshman of the Week in the Big 12, and it's his 4th award on the year.
Yeah, great job, guys. But,
you always say we've got to keep
them humble. Stay humble, stay hungry, and then you can do better next week. But I'm pleased with how they play the game and the teammates that they are. So we'll just keep working on it, though.
What does Utah Week mean to you?
Yeah, it's an important game, and it affects a lot of people in the state, even outside the state. But it even has an impact in households. I know there's a lot of divided homes for that one game, and it's okay. We can cheer for our team, but I think for me, I've been on both sides of it, and I've seen it, and I see tremendous, just unbelievable people on both sides, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't have my time at Utah, and so I think there's a lot of crossover. We have a lot of people on our staff that graduated from there, and they have a lot of people that graduated from here. Micah Simon's a player of mine. That's how old I am now. Right? Like I have actually a player that I coached that is actually on their coaching staff, and there's a great amount of respect for each other, and once we take the field, it'll be about the players in the arena, and we'll focus on them, and then afterwards we'll go back to respecting and loving each other. But right now, the preparation is about trying to make sure that we're at our best this weekend.
How much has the crossover of staffs, coaches who've been on both sides of it, knowing each other's tendencies, how much of that knowledge actually shows up on game night, or is it, can teams do enough different stuff to where you didn't see that coming, or do you just know what you're going to get?
I think that's part of the strategy, and seeing what you can do in terms of scheme is what they know and what we know, and then what they don't know and what we don't know, and see what happens, and hopefully nobody else can know anything about it. We just got to find a way to honestly, we have our skill set and the strengths that we have on our team, and we want to utilize that and focus on what we can accomplish. But at the same time, we know what they're good at too, and so that's the battle. That's the chess part of the game, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How nice to have them at home too on a Saturday night at your place.
Yeah, I mean it's great to Tucson was great, and it was nice to see all the royal blue there. But it just looks nice when you're in LaVell Stadium and you have the Wasatch Mountains behind you.
Another sold-out stadium in Provo this weekend. Well, we'll do some more looking ahead to Utah coming up in a bit. For right now, though, let's take a look back at Saturday night in Tucson. BYU was playing for a 5th consecutive win over Arizona and playing for a 3-0 start to its Big 12 campaign. And the Cougs got their money's worth, yes. So playing a 5-hour game that included a 75-minute weather delay and 2 overtimes. Let's take a look back at some highlights and stats. Highlights presented by Waystar. We're going to focus on some individuals and a group of players. We'll start with Parker Kingston. 2nd consecutive 100-yard receiving game, career high, 117 yards, touchdown, leads BYU in receptions this season, and he also ranks 15th nationally in punt returns for good measure.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the fastest timed runs that they've had in college football this weekend. So I think it tied what Chase was running in the West Virginia game. So we'll see who's the fastest in this game this weekend. But he was moving, and it's good to see Parker back where we know what he can do, and that's run really fast and make big plays. And I mean, there's a lot of guys that can make plays, but he's had some adversity. Had a hard time getting over his injury in fall camp, and it's nice to see him back to his normal self.
Another guy that runs fast and makes big plays is LJ Martin. LJ, career highs in carries with 25 and rushing yards with 162. He scored the 18th touchdown of his BYU career. That leads all active players. Here's the touchdown run from LJ. And he was, as mentioned earlier, the co-Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, just what a great player. And you know, you see when he gets yards, that means the O-line's doing their job. And so it's nice to see the push up front, but the fact that he's able to break some tackles and get some extra yards and take care of the football, you know, that's a good thing too. So we'll keep working on him, but you know, he's got Harvey will tell you that he's got some improvement to make, and we look forward to getting that done this week.
Let's go to the other side of the ball and take a look at the BYU DBs from Saturday night. Some highlight notes. Faletau Satuala, career high 11 tackles, including a TFL, had a pass breakup. The other defensive backs all combined, in addition to Faletau, had 3 pass breakups and 19 stops. As a group, to take them all together, there was 2.5 tackles for loss. They were a very active group. It's a good passing team. They played really well.
Yeah, and they're physical. That's what I loved about it. And when they, you know, we needed to make plays, and we needed to put them on an island a little bit in order to stuff the run and take away some other receivers, and those guys did a great job.
This week's momentum moment, we called it, was the Parker Kingston punt return. With 2:55 to play, BYU then put together an 11-play, 47-yard drive in 2:36 to score a touchdown, get the game to overtime, but it all began because of this play. Parker gave you a short field at a really important moment.
Did a great job, and it's a great scheme and a great return set up by K-Pop, but Parker had to make some guys miss, and you know, needed one more guy to miss, and I think he would have taken it to the house. But what a great start for us to get that on that drive and tie the game up. And
then Bear scored a touchdown at the end of regulation, scores a touchdown in double overtime, and BYU wins the game by a final score of 33-27. Let's take a look at some game stats now. They're presented by Smarty, Address Data Wizards. BYU overcoming a minus turnover margin game for the second consecutive game, but the time of possession was considerable in this one, and just a really balanced day on offense. That rushing number is really good considering how well Arizona had been defending against the run.
Yeah, and hard to deal with. I mean, we got a lot of yards, but the 2 turnovers were drive killers because I think we're past the 50, getting ready to score. So we got to be better than that. But you know, on the defensive side, way too many rush yards. We knew that they're going to throw the ball, but we got to be able to stop the run. And I think they had too many yards after contact, and we need to find ways to tackle better.
You were the first team this season to record a passing touchdown against Arizona.
Yeah, do we only have one?
Just the one.
Okay, well
it counts.
It counts, and yeah. So I'll take the touchdowns any way we can get them. So.
I hear you. Well, this Saturday, BYU kicks off the second half of its season already by bringing Utah back to LaVell Edwards Stadium for the first time in 4 years. BYU back home after playing 3 of 4 away. And Coach, let's not overlook that. At East Carolina, at Colorado, at Arizona, 3 away games in a 4-week span to sweep all of them is a nice feat, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, midway through the season, we're in a really good spot, and you know, health-wise, we'll get some guys back, and we'll see how we progress. But I like where we're at as a program, as a team, and you know, there's still a lot of room for improvement, and the guys are committed to getting that done.
Utah's a ranked team. You get maybe the best team you've seen so far this season on Saturday.
Yeah, and we need to make sure we're at our best this weekend. You know, the matchup is, I mean, they're a difficult team I mean, they can do so many things in all 3 phases, and I know they're well coached and they're a tough group, so we'll have to be in our A game, and looking forward to the matchup, though. We're excited about the game.
We've seen a bit of him already, but Parker Kingston had a career night versus Arizona, which earns him a spot with Jarom Jordan inside the film room this week. Let's take a look.
Parker, great win at Arizona. Let's break down some awesome plays, starting with a 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good, especially early on in the game. You can see right here, the safety flips his hips, and I think Bear saw that and just knew that I could win with speed, and it felt good to catch it and have nobody in front of me.
When did you know you'd score?
Right there, right when I caught it. Right when I caught it and I turned around, I was like, yeah, I'm scoring. I'm not letting this guy get me.
That moment when you get into the end zone and score, and there's a lot of BYU fans in the stand, and it's a big play in the game. What's that moment like?
It's fun. I mean, I always love scoring at away games and silencing the crowd, and then running into our side was awesome, and the sideline was fired up. It was awesome.
Tell me about the celly.
It was actually JoJo Selly.
That's a nod to JoJo?
Yeah, nod to JoJo.
That's awesome.
I tried to hit it. I can't hit it as good as him. He commented. He said, "I need you to work on the Selly." So, yeah.
You've had a few opportunities the last couple weeks. Let's talk about your punt return.
Yeah.
You have to get some yards here. You're trying to go score and tie this thing up and get back in this game, and boom, huge punt return.
Yeah, it was blocked up super well. I just had to make one guy miss. I guess two guys missed right there and right there. And, I mean, I should have made three guys miss, and instead I let the freaking punter tackle me, but it is what it is.
You're going to hear about that from the team?
Yeah, as soon as we come into film, and, I mean, they see me get tackled, everyone's going to start smacking their lips. So, yeah. But it was blocked up really well. I mean, it was a perfect wall return. All I had to do was make one last guy miss, and it would have been to the house. But hopefully we can get one soon.
It set you up with great field position and double overtime win. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now it's BYU-Utah. What are the emotions like in another big rivalry matchup?
Yeah, I mean, this place is going to be – I mean, I just got the chills when you said that. I mean, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be an atmosphere unlike any other, and especially playing at home. I mean, I can't wait. Big noon kickoff, like – it's all setting up to be one of the greatest atmospheres ever in college football this weekend.
Let's play it right now.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Thanks for the time, Parker. Best of luck, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, great segment, and good to have Parker on the show last week as well, kind of setting up his big week. He leads the team in receptions now. He's becoming a key player for you.
Yeah, and a favorite target for Bear. And you know, and I mean, obviously people know about what Chase can do, and Carson. So when people start focusing on that, we need everyone else to win their one-on-one, and we have a good amount of players that are athletic and can get it done. And we're going to need Parker to make more plays, but we feel good about the entire receiving corps.
He mentioned that Fox's Big Noon Kickoff is coming to Provo this week. They were here last year. Things turned out well that day for BYU, as I recall. When a national show decides they're going to come to your place, how does that change your week, or does it at all?
I think we just do what we do, our normal routine. The only difference is that I have to show up there, and you know,
they love to see you.
It's usually right around the time that I'm supposed to be eating my omelet, so I'm gonna have to just put that on hold, you know. So inconvenient, but anytime I can talk about BYU football, I'm be excited to do it. I just gotta, you know, grab a Letterman's jacket or something like that and be out there.
It was a great appearance.
It'll be fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah, and it was fun last year, and having our fans. I think Cosmo did a skydiving.
Yeah.
thing.
So then
the
question becomes, you know, how does he? Now, we don't want to spoil anything, but he's probably thinking, how do we top this? You know.
Yeah, just stay safe, Cosmo.
Exactly.
We need you for game night, so that's all that matters. But it's going to be fun, and anytime I can be around the fans, you know, I'm not going to ever turn that down. So I'll hold off on the omelet and hang out with you guys.
We get to show off Provo and Y Mountain and LaVell Edwards Stadium and Cougar Nation and The Rock. The nation's going to see again what makes BYU football so special here. Yeah,
and I'm thankful that they're back again this year. Last year, it was the Arizona game last year, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And so it's great that they're here for the Holy War.
Looking forward to